Good morning, Card Beanies. RJ back with another video. So let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt items of the day from 2005. Donruss Elite. Donruss Elite was a separate product from the main set, obviously. Lots of cool images, lots of cool insert sets, lots of cool parallels. This is the parallel known as career best, and various players in the set, the insert set, they would list one stat which was their career best. In this particular case, 121 RBIs in 1980 was the most Mr. Schmidt ever had. These were numbered to 1,500. They were available in 3 parallels. I happen to have every parallel in this particular case. There was a gold parallel, which typically you would assume the gold parallel was the rarer, but that was the main parallel, or the first parallel, numbered to 500. We had a blue parallel, numbered to 250. And you had a black parallel, numbered to 150. Now there's a bat card, a jersey card, and a duo with 2 relics from 2 different players, also available for Mr. Schmidt. So I have to take the time to acquire those cards. I like that back in 2005, you didn't have to struggle with the trying to find the one of one yet, which you have that problem now. If you're a super collector, how am I going to find the one of one? Well, I don't have that problem with Mr. Schmidt and these older sets, so happy day there. Today's random baseball item. This one makes me chuckle. I hope it brings a smile to your face. I'm going to show off for you what I consider the ugliest baseball card set ever released. That's what I said, the ugliest baseball card set ever released. Now, others will dispute that. Others will pipe up their opinion. I would love to hear what you guys think is an uglier card set than this one. It is from 1990. It was released by a company called Starline, issued specifically for packs given out at a restaurant chain called Long John Silver's, which was a seafood restaurant. All right, kind of like a Subway of seafood or a Burger King of seafood. But we'll take a look at this cards. The cards themselves, this is the Don Mattingly one. So very bland and basic. An outer colored border, a pinstripe color around the picture, and then the image. Just the name up top, nothing else. And then the Starline logo at the bottom. It's hideous. It's just blah. There's no team. There's no position. There's nothing. Now the backs are decent. They're not bad. I got nothing to complain about on the back. Had a Coca-Cola logo there too as well. So interesting. It doesn't even say Long John Silver. It doesn't even say it on it. But that's I'll show you that in a second how I know it's Long John Silver. But your standard player run that you would think back in 1990. But the cards are just so unbelievably unattractive. And you can see here, for whatever reason, they chose to throw in a couple cards of some of the bigger name players every once in a while. I don't know why. I think that's a second. Yeah, there's a couple Wade Boggs, There's a couple duplicates in here, duplicate players, that is. It doesn't make more Wade Boggs. It doesn't make any sense, this player selection. They got doubles of everybody. I mean, it's really weird. The set is just hideous. I'm happy to have it, though, because it's a set I didn't have, and I want to have every set. So I'm happy to have this set in my collection. It was released in cellophane packs, 1 per week, I think, or maybe 1 per month or something like that, over 8 weeks or months or whatever at the restaurants. How do I know that? Because that's how I bought it. The set of 8 unopened cellophane packs, each with 5 cards in it, because there are 40 total cards in the set, I got for under $5. And you got this with it. This is what came on top. This is the header card. So I'm happy to have all of the header cards too. You can see on the back, you could use you could order a poster of any of these players who were part of that set, a 2x3 poster, 2 foot by 3 foot poster for $4. You know, which was, I guess that's kind of cool. If you're a kid back then and you got a $4 poster, I think my mom would have given me $4 to get a poster if I asked. So offer expired back on the end of 1990. But anyway, so that's how they came. You get a cellophane pack with this cover on the top and then the 5 cards behind. And you'd have to go to the restaurant once a week, or at least, you know, when the new set came out in order to get these. And again, you could still go on the Bay these days and find unopened packs or individual cards and get one if you're a super collector. But again, to me, this is without a doubt the ugliest card set ever produced because there's nothing on the front. And they duplicated so many of the players. It's just hideous. I don't know why, but I don't like it. So I would love for you guys to tell me who you think, what do you think was a worse set than that? Because that's just ugly. So anyway, today's trivia question. The prize, interesting thing here, 1974, Nate Colbert. Now, why Nate Colbert? Well, it's not so much the player as the card itself. This is one of those variations from Series 1 when they thought that San Diego was going to Washington. So they believed the Pirates were going to be sold. It was a done deal. So in Series 1, Topps said, okay, this team is now in Washington, but they didn't know the name yet. So they printed the word National League down here. From 1974, this is the Nate Colbert version. The regular corrected version, because once it was, they started printing these and releasing these. And it quickly became evident that the Padres were not moving, so they switched out right away and began printing cards with San Diego Padres on it. So Series 1 cards are available in both versions. A lot of people thought the Dave Winfield, because Dave Winfield's rookie card is from 74, that there might be a variation of Dave Winfield, but Dave's rookie card was Series 2 release. So they didn't have that mistake. So that is your prize if you could tell me the answer to this question. Who is the leader all time in most triples hit in a single season? It's a very interesting question because when you look it up, you will find there are no Hall of Famers at the top of that list for quite a while. You'd think that a person who was so good that they led their league in a statistic as important as triples would be a player who eventually made it to the Hall of Fame if he was that good. But no. In fact, the top 5 in that category, single season triple leaders, the top 5 are not Hall of Famers. But who is at the top of that single season category? All right, most triples in a season. Send me an email with the correct answer. I will include my email in the description below. You will have today and tomorrow to answer. We will pick a winner on Sunday. All right, good luck to everybody on that. Today, another new set I picked up not too long ago. I've been aware of this set for years, simply because of the way it looks. Never bothered to really go after it. It's just one of those things I thought was kind of cool. I never really bothered to go after it because Mike Schmidt didn't make it into that set, to this set. He's not in it. So I was kind of bummed, but he's not there. The set is from 1990, the pinch hit and run Burger King set. Now, what is a pinch hit and run? So you read here, you'll see that Major League Baseball partnered with Burger King to hold baseball clinics, for lack of a better term. Basically, your community could sign up to host one of these little competitions. You can see during the week of July 7th through the 13th, your community could partake in a skills competition. How fast were you at running? How much of a command of a strike zone did you have? And how good you were hitting. So they came up with this program, pitch, hit, and run. And that week of July 7th through 13th, all the kids gathered around and tried their hand at it. I have no idea how it went. I'm not aware of any videos that still exist, like on the baseball bunch or something like that, that show it. But in cooperation with that, you could get this card set. Now, it's a 1980 set. It looks a lot like the 1980 cards, but there's some couple things I want to show out to you. So again, it says in green letters up in the corner, it says Collector Series, plus it has the Burger King logo. Very distinct and different from the actual 1980 card sets that they released in Burger King of various teams. I believe the Phillies and Yankees could be had in Burger King format without the Burger King logo here, which is interesting. So this is yet another product of 1980 sponsored by Burger King. Those are your players, and really it's divided into three categories. There are, look in the back, there's 33 cards. So the first 11 are your pitchers for your pitching. How great of a pitcher are you? The next three, I think, were supposed to be home run hitters. And the next 11 are home run hitters. And the last 11 were your speed demons. So that is the way it was released. Now, the odd thing about it is you'd think they just use the picture from the 1980 card. If you had a 1980 Burger King set, not this one, but like the one that was released by Burger King featuring your team, you notice that the images were exactly the same, although every once in a while they threw in a picture in the Burger King set of a player who didn't make the base set of tops from 1980. That was interesting, but they created a card that didn't exist there. Whenever there was a player who was part of the base top set, their image, like the Carlton image from Burger King, matches this one exactly, plus the base set exactly. But that's not the case in this one. Some of the players are matches, but some are not. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the Bruce Sutter version. This is my Bruce Sutter card from the base Topps run. Now, interestingly, the cropping is just slightly different. You can see here there's less of a space in the cap here versus there. More of the image in the background here compared to that, or less. You can see, you don't see any of the mound really here. You see a whole lot of the mound in this one. So the cropping is just slightly different, but it is the same image, all right? Now take a look at this Vita Blue card. So Vita Blue made the cut. This is the Vita Blue from the release. Here is my Vita Blue from the base set. This is the base top set from 1980, Vita Blue. Now let's look at the back. The back is almost the same. So for example, the pinch hit and run version is red, whereas everybody who knows the standard tops from 1980, it's blue. Most of the information is the same except for this little cartoon. They replaced the cartoon with a pinch hit and run advertisement. Okay, the copyright date's a little different, but that's the primary thing. And then lastly, the number's different. So that is from 1980, the pitch hit and run Burger King set. I'm happy to have it in my collection because I didn't have it before. Wasn't a whole lot of money, so I'm glad I got it. And I think it's a pretty cool thing. Just wanted to share it with y'all. So that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed that video, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. If you come back again, we'll have one more on Friday where we can do trivia and give away a great prize again. So hope to see you all again on that. Don't forget to give me a question. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Take care.